Better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Here's what you missed on Salacious Life Radio.
You know, when it comes to your children, especially if you're dating someone that you actually like, you do want it to work. So right. You're gonna hope and encourage the relationship between your child and that person because you like that person, you know, so you're gonna hope for the best. I mean, sometimes, yeah, it just doesn't work and you can't make it work. You can't force it. It's like a branch. You keep bending it. Eventually it'll snap, and even if you put it back together, it'll never be what it once was. But
Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Artist Exchange Live.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Starts now. They were there for 2 years, but it didn't look like they were going to finish. So they would just find them a job, and most of them still didn't leave with a degree or any type of trade.
And it was a good program because they would pay for college. They would help get people in college.
Well, that's ended up what happened to me when I finished. We're live. Welcome to the Artist Exchange Radio Show. Here live only on BeExposedRadio.com. I'm your host, Nate. As you can see, I'm a little hoarse, so I can't really see that well. I'm a little hoarse, but I'm going to make it through today. I got some water, and I'm going to get through. So we have some interesting guests today. Mama Linda Goss will be joining us shortly. She has a program, a storytelling program that will be launched in the fall of 2018 down at the Peel Center. And she received a grant to be able to do these stories to tell. She's a griot. So she's telling these stories and helping other individuals come on who are also storytellers who just have a story. So these interesting individuals that are joining me right now, I'm going to have them introduce themselves and tell you just a little bit about who they are. And that's your camera right there. Okay.
Well, I'm Irma Gardner Hammond, and I'm here with my father today, Raymond Leroy Gardner. And he is 95 years old. He tells you I'm 59 backwards. But he is 95 years old and has come a long way. And one of the things Linda was telling us is her program is called How We Got Over. And maybe he can tell you with Nate's help a little bit about how he got over. This is my dad, Raymond Gardner.
Okay. So if you can tell us a little bit about who you are, and we'll get into the questions a little bit later.
Okay. I'm Raymond Leroy Gardner, and I've been a hard worker all my life. Started from a farm, and I went in what you call with
service?
No, cooking. I went in service later. I was cooking, and I for the white people you cook for, and I did that for a while, and then they died, and then I had to get another job. So anyway, I got a job at National Geographic Society. I was cooking for 2,000 people every day for 18 years. So then I retired in 86, right on my birthday, January 30th. I was born in 1923, so I come right out on my birthday.
So before we started the show, we were talking a little bit about the gap and the kind of disconnect between the younger generation and the older generation. And my point of view was the absence of grandparents, and I wouldn't say absence, but the ages of our grandparents now. I shared with them, my mother became a grandmother at 44, and that's not uncommon nowadays. And you were telling me about a group of 30-year-old grandmothers, which sounds crazy even in today's world, but that's the circumstances, the given circumstances that many of us have. And we were talking about just the disconnect between younger people and the older generation. Can you start by giving me your point of view on that? What's the disconnect on your perspective? And either of you can answer that.
Me?
Either.
Well,
why don't you talk about your grandparents?
Oh,
your grandparents.
My grandparents, I don't know how old, I don't know what age, they were way up in the age. My grandmother, Julia Emma Powell, and my grandfather was Samuel Powell, and they had kids. And so anyway, I grew up from working on the farm, milking cows, picking tomatoes, and everything. But if you want to know how long I lived, and I said, I tell them, people would ask me, say, how long have you been here? I tell them. They say, how you do it? I say, don't look up, look down. You're going down. And I say, and they say, you crazy. I said, well, I might be crazy, but that's what I did. So,
are you from Maryland?
Yeah, Maryland. Yeah.
What part of Maryland?
Eastern Maryland.
Eastern Maryland. Is that what's considered like the
Eastern Shore? Over the Bay Bridge, yeah. Eastern Shore, Maryland.
That's Harriet Tubman country.
Yeah.
Down on the Eastern Shore of Maryland.
So what was it like at that time growing up?
Well, I didn't remember her though,
man,
thing was dirt cheap. I worked, like I said, I have worked on the farm all week and get $2.98. My father would take that on a Saturday night and give me a quarter.
Oh, wow.
I'd never forget it. Yeah, and you used to buy a ginger snap. For 10 cents, you get about a 25-pound ginger snap. You can get them loose. Oh boy, that thing was dirt cheap. But
have you been able to visit the new Smithsonian Museum in D.C.?
No, I haven't yet. They've shown one cavern there.
It did a good job of kind of encapsulating African American history.
Yeah.
And I think the best part of it was they got a lot of artifacts from actual people. Not just, they didn't just remake things or kind of tell a story based off of history itself. But a lot of individuals like yourself donated props and individual pieces.
Things like plows.
Plows. They actually,
I've actually seen those. His daddy had.
Yeah, I walked behind Muse, boy. I'm telling you, they, excuse me, Mr. President, I won't come out doing it in your face. Well, he kept right on working. And so, anyway, my father, I was young and barefooted too, doing this. So, hey, I've been there.
So you grew up on a farm?
Yeah, milk cows and everything, man. Yes, indeed. I did it. You name it, I claim it.
So once you got to be 18, what did you decide to do? I know you said you was in the service.
18, getting close. I got a job. Well, no, I got that after after I went in the service. I got a job outside. I worked at a feed mill, and in nighttime, bagging, fanning seeds like soybeans, wheat, barley, and all that. And so work 5 nights a week, from 5 to 12:30. And
so thinking about, so staying on the topic of grandparents, being able to be raised around your grandparents, how did that shape who you were, or what influence did they have on you, if any?
Well, my parents, they were strict, so I did just what they told me, and so I guess that means a lot. Never been in no trouble, no locked up, no nothing. So they were really good to me, all of them. Yeah.
Do you think time has really changed, or how much have the family unit changed since you were younger?
Oh yes, that thing, they changed, everything. Oh yes, splendid things don't change, A lot of these kids wasn't out doing things I never thought of. Yeah, I never smoked no marijuana or none of that stuff. I used to drink wine now and then it was making people crazy, and so I didn't stop that. And so I used to smoke. I smoked clear up till that's when I got a job at National Geographic. I was there 18 years, but I used to have to get examined twice a year, and they saw a spot on my lung. Say, Mr. Gardner? I said, yeah. I said, what? You said, spot on lung, what is cancer? No, ain't no cancer. You smoke? I said, yeah. So he said, well, and cigarettes, listen at me now, cigarettes was 55 cents then when I stopped smoking. They say they're going to $1. I said, you ain't get my $1. And that's from, you know how.
So I'm quite sure you wouldn't be paying $7 to $10 for a pack.
No, indeed, baby. And God used, hey man, let me hold one though. I stopped. They couldn't hold none, and then the other.
How young were you when you started smoking, then?
Get a little bit
about between 15 and 16 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, now lady used to come to the house and she smoked cigarettes, and I'd be looking at her. My father come in one day, she said, here, right in front of my father. I looked at Dad. He said, you might well go in and take it. But don't never ask me for nothing.
But I'm quite sure
now, I got some more days, so I said, okay. So anyway, he used to smoke Chesterfield, and he time he putting it in his mouth, he used to hear him cough and hear an Alabama boy. He would carry on. And I said, Dad, you let that alone. Oh, go ahead. So anyway, he was out of cigarettes. So he said, give me one of them cigarettes, boy. I said, hold it. You know what you told me? Don't ask you. I said, don't ask me. He said, you better give me one. I'd never forget it. Oh, it's a lot of stuff, man. I've been so, you name it, I'll claim it. Yes, indeed.
Do you have children?
Do I? Yes, indeed. I got a wife, a mother of 10, and I got and 11 altogether. Got one out of wedlock with my first itself. She's 74, and this is the next.
Oh.
I lost a boy who had been 1 year older than her.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he lived. He was born.
It's starting to, the idea of having big families are starting to come back again.
Did I what?
The idea of big families, like having more than 5, 6, 7 children.
I'm going to tell you something, sir. I thought this would be the only one I had. When my grandmother used to tell me, say, well, you take 2 to tangle. I never forget that. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think it, but I thought she'd be the only one. But I see what it means, so.
Got grandchildren and great-grandchildren, too.
Yeah, great, and all they black and white in my family, yeah. Yeah.
So how has like the community around you? So now you're living outside of the Eastern Shore area, but how has the community changed?
Oh yeah, I'm up this I live in North now, but I've been up on the Western Shore. I mean about 50-something years now. 54 years, I guess now. I've been up here.
And you said you were a cook?
Yeah.
Was that your profession throughout life?
Yeah, I used to watch my mother, and then I went in service. I was cooking at the Navy. I was cooking. I was in the Navy. I was cooking for the officers. I used to go over the hill, and I had 2-3 things about it. I said I don't work no holidays and birthdays, and I said and the day to be off, I said I get paid. I started that stuff. Yeah,
at National Geographic, not in the service.
Yeah, no, and I was telling that, and so that's the way I got paid when I was at National Geographic. Some of them people were 35, 40 years, and they wouldn't get nothing. At my time, I was there. I was making $90 a day. Back then, I was cooking, and if I stayed there, I got more. But it was all right. So, every time they get rid of black, or white, and so then I had a guy that worked with me. He wanted to cook, and then my boss lady named Mrs. Watson, Ramo. She didn't call me Raymond, Ramo, Ramo. I said, yeah. Would you show the Ray, boy named Raymond Ray, but they call him Ray. And then he had nerve tell me, hey Ray, you ain't cooking that right. I looked at him, of course. I ain't going there. Don't you know? You nigger, got it. Yeah, I say, don't start that stuff, man.
So we're gonna talk a little bit more with our guests, but we're gonna take our first commercial break. But before we do, don't forget on August the 24th, Be Exposed Radio will be having our first open house for 2018. That's Friday, August the 24th, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. here right at our studio, 200 East Lexington Street, Suite 711. Networking, live broadcast. You get to come on air and interview with us. Also, we'll have refreshments. And often, if you haven't been to any of our open mics, we'll be normally an open mic starts where a lot of artists get together and we'll let them do it. And that's normally towards the end. But we're going to take a quick commercial break and we'll be back after this commercial break. So don't go anywhere.
Yeah, okay.
We're rewarding you for something you already do, listening to us. It's Radio Loyalty, and it's an easy way for you to get free stuff. All you do is sign up. Go ahead and click the banner now. You'll earn points as you listen. Points you can trade in for great products and services in the Radio Loyalty store. You can earn even more points when you share your favorite station with friends on Facebook and Twitter. Radio Loyalty. It's free to sign up, so click the banner to join now.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom?
I wanted to talk to you about something, and... Oh, wait, hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So anyway.
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
Hey, guys, check out my new video game. Pew, pew. Wait, Mom, what? Huh?
What? Hold
What'd you say? Wait a second, what?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Well, Jason, I've got to tell you, you're pretty much everything this company is looking for in an entry-level candidate.
Great.
Your resume isn't quite what we're used to, but you've got a fantastic work ethic.
Thank you.
And I'm impressed by how you carry yourself.
So, should we talk about the job?
What? The job? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have no way of recruiting or even meeting you. This interview didn't happen.
It may sound ridiculous, and that's because it kind of is. There's a huge pool of talent your company is missing out on. Meet the grads of life. Who are they? Talent worth knowing about. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Man, we really could have used him.
Don't miss out on a resource many innovative companies have already discovered. Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
My name is Ruth Rusey. I'm a retired teacher. I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live United. I say retired, but not really. Once a week, I read books to children as part of United Way's education program. Reading to a child creates links between language and literacy. It creates a bond between grown-up and child. And believe it or not, it prepares them for a better academic future. Oh, we read about frogs and flies and pigs with wings, all sorts of juicy stuff. It's a joy to watch all those little faces. I figure I have the time and they have the need. And I've always believed that if we're not here to help each other, then what are we here for really? My name is Ruth Rusey. I help kids prepare to succeed in school. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
6 years after he passed away.
Volunteer. Live United.
It states she reportedly had heard rumors, but nothing substantial. But then you put the rumors to
while
death.
They were still married.
You sentenced the rumors to death.
While they still were married, she heard rumors.
Right. Or probably all her life she's heard rumors. Like you're dating, you're dating your dad, right? Y'all look just alike. I'm like, girl, somebody told me you dating your father. You know, that's what kind of people. You know he gay, right, Percy?
Please, why are you laughing at him? Don't laugh at him. Please don't.
Okay, let me continue with the story.
Oh, man.
Even today, it's still funny. Oh my gosh, if you haven't heard this show, it's Talk Lately, and it's only on BeExposedRadio.com every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and on YouTube. Just go to Be Exposed
Keyboard
Radio.
Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. With millions of YouTube views, shares, Instagram likes, followers, and fans across the globe. But what do all these amazing pets have in common? Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a shelter or adoptable pets near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard? Well, that's entirely up to you. Visit theshelterpetproject.org and hear more about Hamilton the Pug, Toast, and Keyboard Cat's amazing adoption stories. Start a story, adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Your perfect pet is just a click away at theshelterpetproject.org. A public service announcement brought to you by Maddie's Fund.
You use Tearless Baby Shampoo because it's gentle on your baby's eyes. You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You always test the bathwater to make sure it's not too hot. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off. You make sure she wears a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You put on his sunscreen, even when he's embarrassed his friends will see. You do so much to keep your child safe. But are you using the right car seat for your child? Is your child facing the right way in the car seat? Is the seat too big or too small? How do you know when it's time to move your child into the next type of seat? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. For information on the right seat for your child, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat. That's safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to the Artist Exchange Radio Show. Here live only on BeExposedRadio.com. Don't forget, tune in every Monday and Friday, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Here live only on BeExposedRadio.com. Also, we are on a 30-day countdown. We're actually on day, I believe, 27 to our anniversary show, which will be on Friday, September the 7th. The Artist Exchange has been on the air for a number of years now, and I want to celebrate in a different way. We're going to have maybe a little cake and ice cream, but more so, our guests will definitely be worth your while. So don't forget to tune in on September the 7th, Friday, September the 7th, 2018, from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. We have a special lineup of guests, so don't miss the show. But joining us in the building, we have Dr. David. I don't want to mess up your last name again. Okay, say it again. Fakule. And Mama Linda Goss is joining us. But before we go any further, Mama Linda is going to give us a little bit of information on her project that she'll be having that will be actually launching this fall at the Peel Center with her storytelling.
Okay, thank you again, Brother Nate, for having...
Get a little bit closer to you.
Thank you again, Brother Nate.
There you go.
For having Dr. D and myself to come on, but I want you to do this in a traditional way. Well. Help me out, Sister Irma. Well.
It's storytelling time.
It's storytelling time.
Storytelling time.
Now, before I continue, I ask permission from the elder to speak. Father Raymond, do I have your permission to continue to talk?
Yes, you do.
Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I'm just so, really just so moved to have you here and to be in the presence of such history, of such knowledge. And Sister and Irma and I go way back, way back. We've been friends for a long time. You're from the old school. I'm just crazy about Sister Irma. And to meet your father, to meet Father Raymond is such a joy. And I met your daughter, Chrissy, and your brother, Johnny. And so this is just such a wonderful thing. And this is what How We Got Over is about.
Yeah.
How We Got Over is a project that I developed, and Nancy Proctor, who is the director of the Peale Center, wrote the grant, and we received a grant from the Maryland Traditions, which is part of the Maryland State Arts Council. And the whole idea of this grant is to have storytellers from the Griot Circle and friends and family to come in and talk about their school days, to talk about what that was like, what you encountered, doing if you went to a segregated school, or if you went to an integrated school, your encounter with racism, or maybe you didn't have any encounters with racism, what you remember and what you would like to share, because there has been some good books out there, such as Not in My Neighborhood and Brown in Baltimore, but we need to hear from the people. We need to hear these stories, because these stories are important.
Yeah.
All of our stories are important, and the whole thing in terms of community engagement is to let each person in the community know that he or she is valuable, and we have something valuable to share and tell. And that needs to be passed on down. We talk about this new generation. One of the concerns with the new generation is not that they aren't listening, it's that they're not even being told the story.
Right.
So we have to, it's true, they're playing the computer game, they're playing the videos and all of that, but we have to put the stories in front of them so they will pass them on down. So, Brother Nate, that's what this program is about. That's what this project is about. And so I thank you, the Artists Exchange, for being a part of this program. And this is the kickoff. The kickoff has begun, and this will continue on through December.
Right. Wow.
So each week we will be interviewing, hopefully, families to come in and share their experiences about their school days in Baltimore and beyond, throughout the counties.
One of the things that, and we were talking about this before, the disconnect has been just the awareness of, like you said, the stories and people actually telling it. I think my generation was kind of the last one that it was a part of not only the curriculum, but many of the teachers that we had felt it necessary and deemed it necessary for us to have griots to come in and out after school programs or for enrichment during the day. And that happens, I'm not saying it, because we have programs like your organization, the Griot Tellers, Woundworks, organizations like that that are still actively pursuing storytelling and making it a part of everyday education, but the idea that teachers are now not feeling the need to bring that in and give everybody a taste of their culture. It's a fad that's going away. It's not popular right now with just the mainstream leaders in education.
Yes. Oh, I totally agree. And Mother Mary Carter and I, we had a dream. That's why we created the first festival in the tradition, National Festival of Black Storytelling, and it began here in Baltimore.
Yes.
And every 10 years we come to celebrate back here in Baltimore, and we will be here in 2022. That will be our 40th year. And from that came...
Before you go any further, we got to pay some bills. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with more information with Miss Linda and the rest of our illustrious guests.
Yes.
So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on the Artists Exchange Radio Show, only on BigExposedRadio.com.
You're now listening to BeExposedRadio.com. Check out this fire flashback.
We need to relearn what it is to be these bosses and how we conduct ourselves as business-minded individuals and just people in general. I let my gut, and if I call it gut or God or whatever, I'm led by that energy. I know where it comes from. I know where it's, taking me, and you have to figure out what is important to you, and don't play this game. It's a game that we've learned to play, this chess game, and life is not a chess game. Life is real, bones, flesh, blood, decisions.
Make sure you check out the Artists Exchange Show every Monday and Friday at 2 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey, there's my son. You've been in your room all morning.
Hey, Dad.
Matt? What's wrong with your voice?
There is nothing wrong with my voice.
Oh, well, it's just sort of.
I have been playing my video games and electronic games for so many hours.
Uh-huh. Well, it sounds like it might be time for you to take a break, or...
Hello, Dad.
Susan?
I have been watching TV and text messaging all morning. Yay, electronics. Yay, yay, yay.
Guys, I think it's about time to get in the car and take a little trip. Maybe see some trees, some green things.
What are these green things you speak of?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Get out to the forest and discover the wonders of nature with your family, just like Blue, Jewel, and the whole Rio flock.
Let the kids connect to their roots. It's gonna be so much fun. Yeah! Woo-hoo!
Let's rock this jungle.
Woo!
Fresh air.
What a glorious morning!
Clean water.
Woohoo! This is great!
And endless surprises.
Yo, this is untapped territory.
How amazing!
Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Councel.
So when you get to the corner of Smith and Orchard, you're going to want to take a left. You are not going to. Then what you're going to do is turn onto Marcy.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. I said, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Well, everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Deep in my heart, deep in my heart, I'm gonna let it shine. Well, deep in my heart, I'm gonna let it shine. Deep in my heart, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
There we go. Music is definitely a part of the griot tradition.
Yes.
Singing, music, instrument. So thank you all for sharing your talents, and we're gonna get a little bit more of that as the show goes on.
Okay.
So we were talking before we left off about the next festival date, the 36th annual National Black Storytelling Festival and Conference. You said it's actually October 31st through November the 4th. And where again is this one?
It's going to be in Cary, Raleigh, North Carolina. Raleigh is the capital, and Cary is where we will be staying at the Embassy Suites Hotel. So make your reservation now because it's filling up. We have a large attendance. People come from all over the country to our festival.
Wow. So actually this is the 36th?
Yes, this will be our 36th one.
How has this
years?
Most things don't last past 2 years.
Yes.
Yeah. But how has this been able to last so long and still be just as innovative? Because I'm looking through the through the pamphlet that you gave me. How have you been able to sustain this and keep it going?
Well, it has been the will of the people. Mother Mary and I knew we would do 1 and 2. She did it in Baltimore, I did it in Philadelphia, and we said that's it. But the people said, no, this cannot stop. You have to continue this. And so they had us to organize. And they passed the hat around. Over $1,000 was raised. They put it in my hand and said, let's get started. So they organized there in Philadelphia, and they drafted me as president. So from there, it has grown into affiliates all over the country. Sister Irma is president of the Keepers of the Culture, the Afrocentric Storytelling Group in Philadelphia, one of our affiliates. The Griot Circle of Maryland is here in Baltimore, And we have affiliates in San Diego, 3 affiliates in the state of New York. We're in Ohio, North Carolina, Association of Black Storytellers. They're the ones that's bringing us down there this year. So we're in Minnesota. I mean, we're even in Utah. Can you believe that? We have an affiliate in Utah. So we're all over. And we have different programs, youth program and the Adopt a Teller program. And we have awards. And we give an award to honor the elders. We have the Brother Blue Circle of Elders Award. We have the Zora Neale Hurston Award. Our biggest event is the Jackie Torrance Tall Tale Liars Contest. And that's open for everybody to come in. Now, I've never entered it, so. But needless to say, we have a great time. And we have vendors, and we have a marketplace. You can tell stories in the marketplace. The whole time you're there, it's just full of celebration, very spiritual. We do the love circle. So that's why it has lasted that long, really, because of the people. People coming to celebrate their story and their culture, to sing and realize again that their story is valuable.
So I want to jump into, because I know we got maybe somebody that got to go soon, but I want to jump right into the question interview process, so we can get some of that out of the way, and then we'll get to know our guests a little bit more and tell a little bit, because I want to know what's in that book. I'm a picture person, so I'm gonna ask, can I see the book while we asking the questions, and then we'll get back to that portion of the interview as well. So if you want to start.
Okay. Father Raymond, I would like to ask you about your school days. What type of school did you go to?
There was a country school in a place called outside of Easton, in Matthewstown. And I remember my teacher, I can go way back. I was, 6 or 7 years old, named Miss Walker. I ain't never forgotten.
Wow.
She was light skin like you and cold black hair, beautiful. And I remember the water, I had water bucket. We had pump water and put in a water bucket, and everybody had a tin cup, had, name on it and everything. And I went there, and then that was old school. Then they put up a brand new school later on, and I think, it did have electric in it, but we didn't have no running water. Still had pump water, but just same. And I come out. I didn't graduate, but I only had about another week go, and I can tell you about myself. So. And high school was 11th grade, last grade. So my mother used to patch my pants, and then on the back, and all the rest of them, most people had more money than my parents, I said, my father said, well, you go and work and see your sister and them go to school. So, but anyway, I went, I'm telling you how I went. So I went to school in service. And so I should have got a diploma, and then I went to school where I retired from, National Geographic Society. I would cook. I used to cook for over 2,000 people every day.
Wow.
When I was in the Navy, I was cooking for the officers and all that. And so that's the way it was. And so when I went to high school in Easton and for a while, and like I said, that's where I stopped, and I didn't get to the 11th grade, but I know much of some of them come from the college.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Yeah, I'm from the old school.
You from the old school. Now, what was the name of your high school? Do you remember?
My high school, Robert Russian, Robert
Russian
Moten High School. Robert
Moten. Now, was this a segregated school? Was it an all-black school?
All black, yeah.
All black school at that time.
Yeah.
Now,
it changed.
It changed. Now, the elementary school you went to, what type of building was it? What type of school was it? Was it a school where there were different grades, or were you all in the same room?
The second and first, second, third grade,
Were you all together in one room?
all together in one room, little old room.
So you went to a one-room schoolhouse, one-room schoolhouse.
You better bet it.
Now, what did you eat?
One room when I graded up to 6 and 7.
One room.
One room.
Now, what did you eat for lunch? Did it have a cafeteria?
Mother used to fix lunch for whatever it was. I had carried sometime pancakes.
You carried pancakes to school for lunch? Ooh, I bet that was good.
Honey, that was good back
Ooh,
then.
I
Better
bet that
stuff
was
you eat
good.
now. Yeah, and so I said, Mom, I said, I want something better than that. Boy, you gonna take that, or else you'll do without.
That's right.
I ate it too. Still here. Didn't kill me. So my mother, she lived to be 67. My father lived to be 80.
Wow.
He was born 1891.
Wow,
Yeah.
1891, your father.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you remember your grandparents?
Yes, I do.
Now, were they born enslavement or were they born free?
My grandmother, her great grandmom was she was part of Indian, and her mother was like you grew up in, and she had pretty mixed gray hair. Yeah, and she had what you call them. Broken vein, you could, and she was like, and you could smell her for blocks. They didn't know what to do with them then. Yeah, Grandmom Taylor, her name was.
Now, what year was she born in? Do you remember what year she was born in?
No, good Lord. It's been over 200 and some years ago now, yes, from that time, yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Now, you were in the Navy.
Yeah, Uncle Sam gave me plenty of gravy.
Was the Navy segregated at the time? Was it integrated?
Well, yeah, when I went in, at that time, I went in 44 to 46, because I remember when I went to the camp, first went in, you have to be trained, and they have whites on one side, black on the other. You sure did.
Now, did you encounter anything?
Two boys, the same place I went out in Bakersfield, they shot each other, killed each other.
Oh, two people in the Navy?
In the Navy.
Now, were they black? Were they both black?
Both of them.
And why did they shoot each other?
I don't know. That's what I hear.
Overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Now, did you personally encounter any racism while you were in the service?
No.
But you said that you were the cook, right?
Yeah.
So you don't want to make the cook mad, right?
No. Yes, sir.
Now, what did you like to cook? Now, what was your favorite
name it, I claim it.
Ooh, I heard that.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah, just about anything. Yeah.
He's famous for his macaroni and cheese.
Oh, yeah,
Ooh, I love macaroni and cheese.
I fried them chicken.
We all coming over for Sunday dinner.
Yeah, we're coming over.
You know how I did? I'm going to tell you how I did my chicken. Had a great big bowl, like that. I put flour, regular flour, and cake mix together. See? And then I put with paprika and season all. Then I take it out. And we had a rack, a tall rack. I take it and carry it to the stove, put it in the deep fryer. Take it out of the deep fryer, brown little, and carry it, put it in the oven. All you have when you come out, you know, but the bone in your hand. Oh boy, you could smell it too, boy.
Ooh,
yeah,
that sounds good. I can taste it. I can taste that right now.
And sweet potato pies.
Ooh,
yeah, I make
I love
them
sweet
too.
potato pie.
And
Oh my goodness.
Chip beef, I love it.
Did you cook at home too?
Yes, indeed, baby. I got two running gears, but both legs cut off, and then I still stand about. I got to cook some wings now when I get home.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, chicken wings, barbecue them,
Oh my
We going home.
Yeah, we're going home with you. We're going home with you. Well, now that's where Irma gets her cooking skills from. Irma is an excellent cook.
Yeah,
I've had Irma's food. Excellent
yes,
cook.
indeed. most of the kids, all but one out there, Johnny.
Johnny can't cook.
He cook beans. He loves his beans, but that's all. But
Somebody got
other
to
things.
eat. Somebody got to eat and wash them dishes. Somebody had to do it.
Oh yeah.
Now, Sister Irma, you were telling me that when you were in high school, the experiences that you went through at Eastern High School, how you ended up, will you tell them where you ended up, okay?
In jail.
You was in jail, Miss Irma?
Yeah, civil disobedience.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Little misdemeanor.
I did write a story about it and how the struggle still goes on. I went to the same one-room school that my father went to.
Oh, wow.
And the teachers that were young then, I remember a teacher named Miss Early. She used to be Miss Fields, my mother told me. And she was my high school teacher too. But we had the one-room school, which later they converted to my grandmother's house. They made it into a house.
Wow.
But we had the one-room school also. And then when we got to the 5th grade, we went to a bigger school in Easton, and then to same high school, Robert Russia Moton Junior High School. And I tell people that experience was like going to private school because you knew the teachers cared about you. They were part of the community. They loved you. You see them in church on Sunday. You see them be friends of my father and mother and around. But when I was in the 60s, early 60s, when the Freedom Riders came to town, that's when I became aware of what segregation really was. You know, they were calling grown men like my dad boy. They were calling domestic workers my girl.
But you didn't know the difference. Huh? Y'all never knew the difference after that.
We didn't know how demeaning that was because my community was here pretty well protected, family oriented, and their community was over there. My grandmother used to say, people that know better do better. So I just thought they didn't know any better. They just, you know. So when I became aware of all the things that were like not balanced, even though I liked my school, the white school had better books, better buses, better everything. It was separate but not equal. So when the Freedom Riders came to town, they didn't let me go because they were afraid that I would get hurt. But as you'll hear in my story, I sneaked out. Went to Asbury United Methodist Church.
She snitching. You hear that, Dad?
and rallied and everything, and ended up going into the drugstore, protesting and all of that until we got served. And it ended up going out on Route 50, what's known as Ocean Gateway. I wanted to go into H&G's and get crab cakes because we had the best crab cakes there. I knew some of my cousins worked there. And that's when we got thrown out of there and got arrested.
For going into a crab cake place.
Right. Wow. And we had been taught nonviolence, so we couldn't do anything about it. But then I got arrested and had to...
It's Irma.
I know. My grandpop would have he would have really gotten on me if he had known that. Right. But I didn't get punished because my father knew that I was doing what I had to do. The only thing he says, if you're gonna do something like that, you started it, you gotta finish it. You don't start something and not finish it. So the struggle goes on.
That's right.
It goes on, even like it was in his day and in my day and in this day. That's right. The struggle goes on. And one of the things the storytellers do, we as artists have to be part of that struggle. And use our art as a way of expressing what's going on and telling the story and kind of helping things get better. We have to be a part of that struggle no matter what it is.
Now let me ask you this, Sister Irma. How long did you stay in jail?
Just overnight.
You spent the night? What you mean just overnight? Just overnight? Oh my goodness.
We weren't too scared. We had our songs, our music.
Your songs?
Yeah, we heard it. It's just a little Easton jail, just a little jail. And like Mayberry RFD.
Oh, like Mayberry.
And you can hear the other people in the other cells.
I'm going to cut you off real quick. We got to go pay some more bills. We'll be right back here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show with more of this awesome interview. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Exposed Radio.
Well, if you made them, take care of them.
Yeah, that's
period.
The real. Right. That's the real deal.
It's period.
Right. And all that old money shouldn't go toward this. Money should go to if the child is with one of the parents 24/7, 7 days a week. You don't even come get your child every day. You come get your child once a month maybe, or once every 3 months.
Right.
You cannot dictate where that money goes, especially if the child ain't calling you about nothing. Now, if the child calling you every week, then you can question about where the child support is going. But if every time you pick up the child, they look nice, they ain't complaining about nothing, why are you worrying about where the money go at?
It is what it is. Radio
Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com. I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out. And
exactly.
Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it because I can't hold my tongue. And she wants to be this stylist, boutique, but you're not doing anything in that nature, and I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things. And I understood why people didn't take me seriously because I found myself in somebody else's lane. I was good at what I was doing and what I wanted to be, but I wasn't doing it for me. So how can I ask you to take me seriously if I'm living in somebody else's shoes?
And nobody can do what you do, and I think that that's a big problem that people face now. Like, you see what somebody else is doing and you want to do that when that's not your lane.
That's not your lane.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing.
But it's popular, it's getting that person money, it's getting that person applause. Oh, I want applause, I want money, let me stand over here behind them.
And then a lot of times people aren't honest with themselves either. Like, I was thinking earlier today, I've been woke for almost 2 days, so so you get honesty, yes. And I was thinking, like, you know,
the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
That's where to go. Because it's being video and audio. I think this is it.
I was just seeing it. I was. That's my job here. Welcome back to the Artist Exchange Radio Show here live only on BeExposedRadio.com. I'm your host, Nate, and we have some special guests in the building. If we can go around one more time and introduce everybody so people know who you are. Just give your name.
I'm Irma Gardner Hammond from Philadelphia.
Raymond L. Gardner.
From Maryland.
From Maryland.
Mama Linda Goss, here in Baltimore, B-More.
And Dr.
David Falcone, representing East Baltimore.
There we go.
East Baltimore.
East Baltimore.
I'm in Northeast Baltimore.
So so Mama Linda is doing again her project. If you could give us just another brief introduction into what this process is, and then we can go back into the interview.
Okay. The project is called How We Got Over. It comes from the song How We Got Over, How We Got Over. My soul looks back and wonders how I got over. And that song comes from Clara Ward's mother. As they were riding through the South, they were stopped, and I think her mother started making these sounds and doing these things with her face, and it frightened them, and so they didn't leave. So they left her alone, and so from that came that song. It was probably the KKK or the Patty Rollers or the Night Riders, you know.
Can I ask a question before you start? Going back to the Freedom Riders, what we see that in movies depicted so many times. I think we just last saw it, and Selma and the Butler. But what was that experience being on those buses or going on those journeys, knowing that people knew you were on it and maybe coming into it? Because many of those buses got blew up, or bombs were thrown into them, or they were stopped and everybody was arrested. So what was that experience like?
Well, when you're 13, 14, 15 years old, you have no fear.
Okay.
You're in the cause, you're in the moment, you're supported. It was exciting because it's the first time you are having people of like minds of your age. And all you know, you're going to be out there with black and white young people that have the same cause, and your goal is to make a change. And so if you are about making that change, that fear is behind you. When I look back now, how I got over, it's a wonder. I'm thinking about how did I get over?
That's right.
You know,
I get
because
over.
you know those people, they it's real. They were really rednecks, Jim Crow. They'd have you come in their house and clean up and feed their babies and all that, but they didn't like you at all. Once you got past 5 or 6 years old, that just like in the Martin Luther King poem, that was time of separation. You could play with little kids, black and white together, until you were 5. I remember a little girl I used to play with. Her name was Nuttall. They owned a lumber company. As long as we were little, that was okay. But school age, you go your separate ways. They don't want to see you no more. That was not allowed.
Now, and the crazy thing is, I just watched The Butler again, and the dynamic of having a father-daughter here. It's in terms of being a parent, Mr. Gardner. How were you involved in the movement as well, and how was it seeing your daughter go through this? Because knowing that she had been arrested, or if you didn't know, you probably just learned, but knowing that these things could possibly happen to her.
Well, wasn't too much I could do or say, really, at that time. Yeah.
We were pretty strong-willed.
Yeah, but only strong survive.
That's it.
Yeah. So
that's all the questions I had.
Oh, okay.
I had a brother that got killed in the service too. While I was in there, and I said, he got killed. I know I can get out. No, you ain't getting out yet. You ain't been here long enough. So anyway, I said, can I go home? No, didn't rate liberty. I hadn't been in there long.
That's another story.
He was a boy that never stayed, wasn't home. He always gone and lived away, but he'd come home, but he never stayed. Yeah.
So this was your brother. Now, what was the circumstances?
The sniper up a tree, during the wartime. The sniper up a tree. He was in Italy.
He was in Italy?
During the invasion in the 92nd Embassy.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So that's a story that needs to be told too. That goes back to racism.
I got some of the paper Hillary gave me home there somewhere.
It was a picture in my grandmother's living room of this uncle that I had never met. And the uncle didn't look like the rest of us. He was very fair skinned. And
I can tell you about that. Excuse me. So back in them days, on the farm, when your black people worked for them, the old white man, take advantage of my mother.
Yes.
And he was real like it, look like white, but my father, he's a little man, short, but he loved my dad, and that's the way it was.
That's the way.
It started to happen,
That's what happened. It didn't happen yesterday. It happened a long time ago.
Yes, indeed.
It didn't just happen with the Me Too.
Not just the Me Too.
Not just it happened way long time ago.
Pass the law down. You can marry who you want. They've been doing it anyway. But they've been killing you. They didn't want you. They found out you fooling.
But sometimes that was a mystery. You wondered why people were like they were and how they got to be like that. And this was just a strange uncle. I never knew him. And then I found the story out later on when my dad told me about it. But they wouldn't speak that much about it.
Yes. Well, that was true in those days where you didn't find out a lot of information. There were things people didn't talk about. But I wanted to get back to your question.
Before we do, because these commercial breaks be coming out. We gotta pay a lot of bills. So that's you fine. Well, this is what we supposed to do. We're talking. So we're gonna come back after this commercial break and get back to the interviewing, and then we'll get to know a little bit more about each other. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show, only on BigExposedRadio.com.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry about that.
Be Exposed Radio.
It's a family affair if you want to look at it that way.
It is. I totally agree, and I believe I believe that this Wisdom on the Wall is going to be a movement, and that's what I believe we are doing. Is we're creating a movement where people essentially, even after we've presented in these workshops, then they'll be inspired to sort of document some of the things that they've gone through and empower somebody else. So it'll be like a chain effect. So they'll see that, you know, we were just 3 women who have gone through various things and experiences in our lives, and we just took the opportunity to sit down, put it in a book, and then it'll be a movement, and then other women will be inspired to do the same thing. Let me tell you, we are better together. We are so much better together, family. I'm telling you, when we band together, put our resources and our experiences together, we can create a movement. And that's what it's about, inspiring people to do more than what they may currently see of their own lives, that they can do so much more. So yeah,
you are exactly right.
Be Inspired Radio Show. Tune in every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back. We're here live on the Artist Exchange Radio Show. I'm your host, Nate. We have Mama Linda Goss joining us today. She's doing an interview for her upcoming project, How We Got Over, that will be debuting actually today.
This is the kickoff, brother.
You'll be able to see it. Well, I'm going to leave that. Okay. And because we don't know how it's going to manifest itself, but it's coming together. So if you want to continue on.
Okay, what I wanted to mention, when you asked about the Freedom Riders, what kept them together was the power of music. And many of them had trained at the Highlander School, and that was in Tennessee. It used to be in Newmarket, and now it's in, I think it used to be in Knoxville, now it's in Newmarket. And even Rosa Parks went there and studied. So again, they were prepared, they were disciplined, and they used music as a way to confront, you know, discrimination and racism. And they would take a lot of the spirituals, like Amen, 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 and they changed that to everybody say freedom, everybody say freedom, everybody say freedom, 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 in the jailhouse, freedom, in the schoolroom, freedom, in the cotton field, freedom, freedom, freedom. So they would use music when they had an encounter. And you have to remember, the Freedom Riders, like you were saying, they were on buses where they were people threw things at them, people spit on them, the dogs attacked them. That's real. The hoses, all of that was real. And it was happening just about in every city in the South. You know, because I'm from Tennessee, and people know about Little Rock, but they don't know about Clinton, Tennessee, where a lot of stuff took place. So the Freedom Riders traveled all through the South, you know, and if you were on a bus, sometimes you were attacked because people were so nervous, and if they saw a group of black people on a bus, they automatically assumed it was a bunch of Freedom Riders. So you could be attacked just by being on a bus during those times. So but I want to ask you, Father Raymond, you were doing like a little greeting, which I love. I want to, the whole thing of storytelling is that we pass it on down. So I want to learn that little greeting from you. So will you share that with us, please?
Down with it and can't quit it. In there, both feet, one cheek, both knees noggin.
And you said something about you old, but you something.
Yeah, it might be old, but I ain't cold.
All right,
yeah, there you go.
There you go. I love it.
And then somebody say, "How you feel?" So-so. And you so-so. like a sewing machine.
All right now. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I love hearing them old guys. Older than me, now listen, got big ears.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Now, did you hear animal tales or stories about Br'er Rabbit or things like that when you were growing up from your grandparents or great-grandparents?
Didn't pay too much mind then.
You didn't pay too much attention to them? Okay.
No.
They would tell them their own stories.
Yeah.
We would sit around them and hear the real stories that they did.
Oh, they were telling stories about oral history stories.
Yeah.
Stories about what happened to them.
Yeah.
Now, did your grandparents come from Maryland or did they come from somewhere else?
Maryland.
So your whole family came from Maryland? Oh, wow. Wow. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Now, I noticed that Irma is very musical. She plays the guitar. Did you sing or play an instrument?
No, indeed. I used to sing in the quartet.
Oh, the quartet?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, them boys, all three of them dead now.
Okay, now what was the name of your quartet?
Oh, I don't know. Just didn't even have no name at that time. Yeah.
Now, what type of songs did you sing?
Spiritual songs.
Spirituals?
Oh, yeah.
Can you give me an example of one?
Well, you name it, I'll claim it.
Did you sing like what, Wade in the Water or?
Oh, no, I ain't hear too much that till these later years. Wade in the Water.
What's
but the old time,
like give it an old time religion, the old time Ship of Zion.
Yeah, yes.
Did you sing the Old Ship of Zion?
Yeah, you remember? Yeah, you remember? Well, we in camp meeting time, the people come down from Baltimore, Philadelphia on the bus, and they be singing, and boy, when they just before they get to the church. And they get off singing, and then when they go back, they'll be singing.
Now, what type of songs would they be singing?
Yeah, I was little then.
Now, do you remember any of the lyrics or any of the songs?
No, I know, but here later I hear some old songs. I say, I hear that when, yeah.
This is Camp Meeting.
Yeah, Camp Meeting.
That was the name of the song, or that was you have a camp meeting. That was a tradition for people to come from Philadelphia and different places to have a big camp meeting.
Yeah, to be.
And this would be singing, and this would be in the woods. Then would there be preaching and praying?
And then the people down the road there gambling.
They'd be gambling.
Yeah, gambling. Yeah.
Crap shooters.
Right from the church.
I see. Right from the church. Okay. Now, would this be like a juke joint place, type of a place?
No, it was out in the country there, down further from the church down the road. A whole bunch of them. But more than about been down there, they should have been in churches standing around.
I see. Should have been in the church, but they were down there gambling. I see.
But I seen a boy get shot, and that's from then on. That's for me, baby. Yeah.
Dad, why don't you tell them about? I found it very interesting, and I've gone to one of these. A promenade. They used to have promenade.
Promenade. You ever hear that promenade? My father used to, he'd take the floor. He'd promenade on women, set them down on his lap, and on one knee, drop down on one knee, and bounce the women up and down, jump off, and man sat way back in the corner with a cart, and he'd be eating that thing up, boy.
So that was like a dance?
It was like they would use the one from school. They had the potbelly stairs in the middle, and a man would be playing the accordion, and this were the cakewalk.
Cakewalk. Wow.
Something like that.
They would promenade around.
Promenade, like kind of stroll around.
You see Westerners do folk dances and folk. We had our own. They would have kind of a shuffling kind of thing. And they would do different things with the cake.
The cakewalk.
And have punch, and it was a community thing. And a lot of people haven't heard of that. And I know I was a little thing, but I remember my grandfather doing a promenade.
My father, he could do that thing. Yes,
turn the woman around. And
everything over, he stopped and they people fried chicken and have cake and man, have big time. Yes, indeed. I remember when I was little, my father, before he got a car right in the carriage, and they had, it was one time, in winter time, we had the horse. I'd be in the foot of the carriage, and they would blanket it over. I'd never get that. Oh, I know a whole lot. I just keep it to myself.
So you remember riding a horse and carriage?
Yes, indeed. Wow. Yes, indeed. Yeah, been there and did that, baby.
Been there and did that. And so So did your parents cook inside? They cook on a stove, or did they cook
Yes,
outside?
indeed. Wooden stove, yes, indeed.
Stove.
Yes, indeed.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Yeah.
How about that ice cream they used to make?
Oh, my uncle can make some ice cream, yeah, and sell it. Yeah, fries and
Now, did you
no
have-
comb.
Did you have gardens? And did you have little animals? And
Yeah, that was about her grandfather. Yeah, my father had a garden boy out there early morning, before the sun come up. They can, and then late in the evening, water, and had tote water. Didn't have no electric tote water to them. But beautiful. Very big tomato. And then they would save the same tomato, take them and they dry them up, or some of them rotten, but the seed be good. Dry the seed, be the same tomato all the time, big tomato.
Wow.
Now tomatoes now, if you notice, they hard as the devil in the middle. Yeah.
So you take that seed and replant?
Yeah, same seed and
same
replant.
seed.
Yeah, and he dry it, and he put it up on top of old shed, and he's spreading it out and spreading it out. Yeah, and they dry up and they put it in a jar when it's come time. He never out time, and they plant the seed and they run them. And plants come up, and you put that plant down. Got the same tomato all the time.
That's beautiful. Now, in the garden, did you have things like animals, rabbits, and
Oh well,
deer or
they
bears
was
or
out there. They was out there anyway. My father made old scarecrow put out there, keep them out. Yeah.
He put a scarecrow
Yeah, out there in the yard. Yeah.
Now, did that work?
Yeah, yes, indeed. And the arms, would flop on. Yeah, no ragged thing. Yeah. We run about.
Now, did you go rabbit hunting or
No,
anything
I
like
never.
that?
My father did. My father.
Your father hunted
Yeah, not me.
rabbits?
Yeah, indeed.
What about wild turkeys?
Oh no, he never went for turkey. He get squirrels and rabbits and raccoon.
Raccoon.
You ever eaten raccoon?
No, I haven't had a raccoon, but I've had a rabbit. I used to love rabbits, but not now.
My mother cooked this coon for my father. And just cut it all up, great big legs, and they cut it all up. But man, don't. And it was on a Sunday morning, and so. She didn't want to do it. Man, she wanted to go to church. And he told her, go ahead. He never went, but he paid his dues. When he died, he went to church. They say he couldn't come, but he did. Well, anyway, he was cooking that coon. She poured a whole box of salt on it. He was mad. Oh, and her name was that. Annie, you messed it up, boy. Why you do that? But it wasn't even just right. That thing turned out, boy, the people wondered, they didn't have no electric windows up in church there, and they said, oh, Ernest must be cooking. I said, well, I smell beef. It smelled like, man.
Smell like beef?
When he did, the way that was, because them people come out, they clean that coon up like nothing.
So they didn't know that they were eating coon?
Yeah.
Did they know that they were eating coon?
Daddy say, how you like coon? I don't want that fool no coon. He says, that's what you just eat. Yeah.
Is that where your cooking ability came from? Is that where your cooking?
Oh, yeah, I watch. Yeah, all of them, most of us can cook, yeah.
Well, did you eat muskrat and...
You better bet it. Hey, you got in, I'm ready to eat it now.
How do you cook muskrat?
I cut it all, you got to soak all that blood out, and they hold so much blood, you keep, putting in clear water and salt, get all the blood right. And then you fry it, put flour and mix it all in and fry it until you get brown. Then you cut all these onions up and put them in the oven, and she start turning brown, boy. And then flour, gravy comes running.
Sounds good.
My uncle moved to the Eastern Shore, so he started bringing back deer meat.
My son, I stayed with, I was living by myself after my wife passed. So after I lost this left leg, I couldn't, they didn't want me to drive by myself. So I was driving and everything. So what happened, they put a stent on diabetic.
But get to the store there.
Yeah.
So we ain't got 15 minutes.
Okay. So anyway, I had that leg removed, and so I said I got to learn how to cook. Honey, I grabbed that walker and stood up to that stove, boy, and I messed with it. I cooked up some, boy. Yeah, I cooked some barbecue chicken and everything. Ooh. Yeah.
Sounds good. Now, did you cook possum?
I don't want no possum.
You want
no, they say it's great. I don't know no possum. They're ugly anyway. They're uglier than me. I don't even know. No possum. No, I don't want no possum.
No possum. Muskrat and raccoon are okay, but not possum.
She was asking, do you eat the deer meat?
Deer meat? Yeah, my son, they get back, sorry, and he got a whole lot of it. He craved it. And, but I had to stop eating it. Your inside, when you go to the bathroom, make your bowels black.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
deer meat.
I had to stop. Yeah. Back at that.
Is that the possum?
No, he's thinking about the deer. Deer meat.
Yeah, and my son, he eat nails. He eat anything.
It just has a smell to it that you just.
Yeah, I've had deer. Yeah, I've had deer meat before. I've had
you got the dope
alligator.
Yeah.
Have you had alligator?
No.
I've had alligator.
You've had it?
Yeah.
That's what Jawara has a story about the alligator.
The shark fish? No.
Shark fish?
Shark.
Shark.
Yeah, that don't.
Oh, the shark. You have had shark?
Yeah, the little ones, yeah.
Wow.
My son, he's up in Boston now. And he say he caught some, and shark and everything else. He got some hot ice, he gonna bring it back.
So real quick, because we're about to close this segment out, I wanted you to just whatever last minute thoughts or ideas that you have. Normally the last question that I ask all my guests are, what advice would you give to your 17-year-old self?
What I do what?
What advice would you give to your 17-year-old self?
If you were 17 again,
17
what advice
again?
would you give to yourself?
Well, I would hunt and run rabbits.
I love that.
Yeah. No, I don't know what I really would do. Oh, had to do the way they do. They people doing now. I don't want to do what they kids ain't doing now. Ooh. No, indeed. Well, I had a good life. I still feel good, thank you, Lord. Otherwise, yes, indeed. I go to bed early and wake up early, wake up through the night, and everything goes through your mind. I brim it out and go on back to sleep. But I don't let nothing worry me. In this year and out there, that's what you got to do. That's what drives people crazy. Get something on your mind.
That's right.
I ain't got time for that.
That's right. Go in and out there. I love it.
This Irma?
What?
Well, the same question?
Yes.
Okay. If I were to talk to my 17-year-old self again, I would say, stay at Howard longer and get a doctorate degree, and you could tell more stories and write more books and do more things.
I wish we had more time with you all, but we're going to go to a quick break and say our goodbyes. Okay. And we'll be back here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show with Ms. Linda and Dr. David when we return, so don't go anywhere.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's the weekly roundup. Here's what happened this week on Cheryl Underwood Radio. And we're back with more Cheryl Underwood Radio.
Thank you, super producer. Last week, Harry Sutherland Manafort, it was divulged at his trial that he spent what, $900,000? What?
On some ugly clothes?
Yeah. Listen to me. How big was the ostrich? Okay. Because he's a big dude.
Yes,
how big was the ostrich that he bought an ostrich jacket?
Yeah, I don't know. He was just
He's just blowing money.
Yeah.
Well, listen.
Untaxed, undocumented money.
Listen to me. If all of it wasn't undocumented, they knew where he shopped at.
That's true.
Right. So
who's this? The Trump lawyer?
Manafort. The dude. He was really the architect of the campaign.
That's right.
And then they trying to act like, he just worked for me 3 days.
Right.
That ain't what happened. Because you was shouting him out. Trump was shouting him out of the
all
campaign.
The time.
But he was using that Ukrainian money and that Russian money. I think they got their minds blown with the Russian money. I think that's what really happened. But wait a minute, Harry. What is the issue with Manafort spending his own money? Is it that the dude that was working with him was really embezzling from him? Is that what happened? The other dude.
It was. He was embezzling from him. But I think one of the main issues that Mueller's trying to show the government how he was receiving so much money, but he couldn't account for the income. Like, for example, if you are a low life drug dealer, you're not gonna drive a Bentley.
What?
Because you can't account
Harry.
for where the money. Yes.
Harry. Harry.
Well.
Harry.
Yes.
Yes. Are you telling on yourself?
I know. Just an example.
Did you used to have a Bentley?
Yeah.
And then you used to own a club called Bentley's?
Yes, I did.
Why are you telling on yourself?
How'd you get the money, Harry?
That's right.
If I did it.
That's right. Let me go to break before we lose Harry.
We can't lose Harry.
Is there some some marshals, U.S. marshals walking up your steps? Okay, this is for entertainment purposes only. Harry Sutherland. Oh Lord,
who's at the door? Who's
that? You listen to Cheryl Underwood Radio. Gotta go.
It's the weekly roundup. Here's what happened this week on Cheryl Underwood Radio.
And we're back with more Cheryl Underwood Radio.
Thank you, super producer. The popping that you hear, some little popcorn things in packages. I'm just shouting out.
Yeah.
I did
if
good.
the listeners were to guess who do you think they'd guess who it was?
I'm sure
Harry.
they would.
Harry.
Stacey McLean.
Archive. See, not only do we have the World According to Show, the podcast of Cheryl Underwood Radio, we have archived version of Cheryl Underwood Radio when we started all the way back in
the Foxhole, way back in years ago.
200 and what? How far back did we start?
11 years ago.
11 years. With me, Kyle, and Jim.
Yep.
Got together. Then 2013. Was Cheryl Underwood Radio? Is that the origin of Cheryl Underwood Radio?
Yes.
2013.
I wish I was back then.
At the Foxhole?
Yeah.
Me too. Jamie Foxx. It was the most fun time.
It was a good
conversation was freer.
Mm-hmm.
We had a lot of food, a lot of drinks,
a lot of cursing,
a lot of visitors.
Yep.
Me and Monique was even beefing back then.
That's right. I heard my first day.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, man.
Ooh, exciting.
Yeah, let's talk about that in entertainment.
Yes.
We can talk about that. For the person that called in and said, you were supposed to talk about what you got. I'm talking about what I possibly have gotten.
Whoa. You're supposed to say that before we hook up, Cheryl.
No, we're going to the dentist. We don't do that.
That's funny.
We don't do that, Kyle Irby. That's nasty. Let me go to break because I threw up a little bit in my mouth. We'll be right back. More Cheryl Underwood Radio.
Join the club that gives you stuff.
Hey, thanks!
Radio Loyalty.
Here's how it works.
Just click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for stuff in the Radio Loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple, right?
Radio Loyalty.
Click that banner to join now.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
You want to start off?
I think I'll get it out of the way on a who's not.
Okay, do it.
The Orioles. Right. They got swept by the Royals. They lost 4 in a row, and the last 5 games have all been decided by 1 run.
Mm-hmm.
The game before, or the last game that they lost before the Royals was the Nationals, and it was Weeders, of course, won with a home run.
Hit the home run.
Right.
They were going into that National Series. It seemed like they were doing so well, and they just crapped out. They got that game postponed, so who knows when they're going to replay that or play that game.
Mm-hmm.
That's my first not for the night.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and weigh in on my who's not, and I'm going to talk about the San Diego Padres.
The Padres. That's okay. You just took my answer.
They're in last place in the NL West. They've lost 8 of their last 10. Their run differential is a negative 65, which is just horrible. So when you have well, let me just talk about run differential a little bit. It's kind of like the
how much you're winning or losing your games by, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. It's like the margin of victory, kind of.
Right.
So when you're in a negative number, that means that
then your average game you're losing
by a whole lot.
Right.
I mean, a number like negative 65, this early in the season is pretty rough.
That's horrible.
The pitching numbers pretty much support this stat right here. I mean, the team ERA is 4.70, which is 26th in the league. They have 126 walks allowed. They acquired Jared Weaver in the offseason, and he really has not panned out. He's off to one of the worst starts in any of the pitchers in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
He's 0-4 with a 6.05 ERA. In May alone, he already has 12 earned runs in May. And, another one of their pitchers, Clayton Richard, he's 2-4 with a 4.34 ERA. And, in May, he has 6 earned runs and 12 innings pitched. So they're not pitching well. And on top of that, they are also not batting well.
Right. But it kind of sucks because Manuel Margot is doing pretty good. His the past few at bats, his last.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey, what's up? Hello. We back. Hey, what's up? I can't hear anything. Hey, what's up, and welcome back to the Artist Exchange Radio Show here live only on BeExposedRadio.com. I cannot see anything. I wouldn't have my eyes dilated today. An exam on my eyes today. And they do they don't just put one drop, so it's 3 different drops now that they put in your eyes. And I feel like I don't feel all the pressure, but I definitely feel like this light is like seeing into my soul. But I wanted to give another announcement. First of all, the Be Exposed Radio's open house again is Friday, August the 24th, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Now, this isn't just a party. If you haven't ever been to the Be Exposed Radio's open house, this is your opportunity to come in. You get to advertise your business, get on air for a segment, come on down. You also get to network with other business owners, other artists, other community leaders to see what you could bring out of it, what opportunities you can make out of that. Also, we have some light refreshments that will be served that day. And you get to meet all the hosts and our staff here at Be Exposed Radio. We just moved into this space. We've been here for about 2 months now, and we wanted to open up the doors. We used to do them. We haven't had one for almost a year now. And we wanted to just open the doors back up to allow the people to come in. If you're looking for advertisement opportunities, that's the day to come on down here. As an open house, you can definitely come on down. We'll have most of our shows will be in attendance that day, so you get to meet the other hosts and possibly book interviews on their show. If you're looking to start a radio show, or you have an idea for a show, or you already have a show, you're looking for a new home, you had one, you stopped, you wanted to come back. If you've already been a part of Be Exposed, come on back down August the 24th, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. here only on Be Exposed Radio. I'm trying to get the information. So the information is 200 East Lexington Street, Suite 711. That's where our studio is located. Also, you can either go to our Be Exposed page, you can look it up on the Facebook events, or you can go to Eventbrite and look up Be Exposed Open House. We prefer if you register or log into our Facebook event page and make sure you just RSVP. We want to know how many people coming so we can be prepared for you. So definitely go there. You can go to BeExposedRadio.com, click on any of our pages, and ads should pop up. And we've been circulating it, so it's there. We'll also be broadcasting live that day. So if you aren't in Baltimore or in the DMV and can't get here, you'll be able to either call in, or you'll be able to watch in and give your questions on our Facebook feed. And all of our hosts will be here doing various interviews with the many guests that will be coming through. Again, that's August the 24th, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. We've already had an awesome response on our Eventbrite page. So definitely stay tuned, stay locked in for that. I can't see the numbers, I can't see anything on this phone, but I know we about to go to break, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
It's the weekly roundup. Here's what happened this week on Cheryl Underwood Radio.
And we're back with more Cheryl Underwood Radio.
Thank you, super producer. Hey, we're getting that word on the street, that news you can use. That 6 seconds from the hill from our favorite country lawyer, better known as Judge Harry Sutherland. Judge, we were supposed to talk about voting, but we may have to move that because I have some very detailed strategic information. And you know I'm a contributor on the Steve Harvey Morning Show, and I think we're trying to pull together the ultimate Black Radio Solidarity Day. Doesn't mean that any other stations can't be a part of it, but it is important to us to drive souls to the polls, and we have to be more strategic in the midterm. So maybe later on this week we talk more about voting. And you had a story from last week that the Trump administration the Republicans blocked what? They blocked what, Harry?
Okay, this is not
Didn't they block something? They blocked money to help make elections stronger, right?
Yes.
You got a story about it. Okay, so you got a story about it. Let's connect that with voting.
Okay,
we're gonna bring that back, and because that's very wonkish. That's the kind of thing that I stay up late at night and carry too. Word. That's right, wonkish. Yeah, policy wonkish.
Sounds,
is that the word of the day?
Sounds like a London word.
Oh,
right, it does.
I was thinking Willie.
Hey, and we got two London Phillies in London.
Sure do.
Oh, do we have to go to London, Colin? Are we going? Are we gonna do it?
Down.
Okay, because who Duran? What's happening? Reflex. Okay, pull it, super producer. And then what else we got? All the British groups. Ooh, listen to me. Okay, so y'all better start going to it. But Harry, there's something else that we need to talk about. Okay, Democrats want Biden.
That's right.
Republicans want Trump.
Well, 7-8% of them.
There's a lot of them there. That's it.
Why is that, Harry? Because I thought they wasn't messing with him at first.
Well, Trump has some good points and bad points, and I think that he's bringing out a lot of things that the Republicans like, but the things that they don't like, they kind of overlook. And that's what is it? Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Yeah, the Joker. Can you help me understand some of the things he's doing well?
Well,
economy.
One is dismantling everything President Obama ever did, and
they want.
We need to talk about the cult that shows up at the Trump rallies.
Man,
why you smiling, Tim?
That's what I'm talking about. At CNN and everything.
Yeah. Crazy. So why don't we do that on tomorrow? Okay, we're gonna do that on tomorrow. Okay. Harry Sutherland.
Yes.
Okay, write that down. I know I'm confusing you, but she was like, "Didn't you say we wasn't?"
That's right. Didn't you say we were gonna do this right here? But okay.
Okay. We'll go to break. We come back. We got an HBCU shout out. Pre-promotion. Thank you. Goodbye. We'll be right back. More Cheryl Underwood Radio. HBCU shout out coming up next.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey, welcome back to the Artist Exchange Radio Show here live only on BeExposedRadio.com. I need to start going back to the gym because I'm tired and I only went down the hall and down a couple steps. But that was Mama Linda Gauze. So she has a griot room down at the Pill Center, the center that I'm always working at. Yeah, I'm really tired. I don't want to say the F word, but yeah, that's how I'm feeling right now. But she has a room down at the Pill Center, the Griot Room, where the last 2 weekends she's been doing some storytelling workshops. And starting in the fall, which is next month, she'll be doing a monthly or weekly, we gotta figure that out, series where she'll be telling stories. She'll be interviewing people like she did today, and hopefully we can get her on Be Exposed to do her own show. That would be awesome and great if that could happen. So don't forget the 36th Annual National Black Storytelling Festival, October 31st through November the 4th. It will be in North Carolina, Cary, North Carolina. So for more information, you can definitely go to their page, and that's the nabsinc.org, www.nabsinc.org. for ticket information, hotel accommodations. This brochure has all the information on it, so I'm quite sure if you go to their page, you'll be able to pull up this registration form. So it looks very affordable. I'm gonna look into actually going myself because it looks fun. But also, I wanted to talk about some things that I'm doing myself. I've taken some time off of everybody else's projects. I'm learning that I have to focus on the things that fill my cup. And if I don't do that, I have nothing to give you but fumes. And I don't want to do that any longer because the quality of what I am giving is starting to be affected by this natural exhaustion. I get tired. I'm human. And that Superman effect that we as black people try to put on ourselves often and think we can do everything without any rest or without anything. And I've learned the power of, okay, I'm not arguing with anybody. I'm not fussing. I don't even have to say no. Okay. And you won't talk to me no more. And when we both get ourselves together, we can come back together and make some magic happen. But until I'm feeling I'm in a place of being full, I have to focus on my own creativity, on my own business, on my own work. Just that selfishness that we often have to tap into to rejuvenate ourselves. It's a shame that we have to go to that point, and not just on the behalf of other people, but on the behalf of our own stupidity sometimes. The fact that we just keep going and going and going and going, knowing that we need to rest, knowing that our body is reacting, and my body for the last 6 or 7 months has been reacting to my environment and my choices. And I have to kind of circumvent that and really put myself in a space where, are these headsets on? Go back to a space where that's not happening. So I'm here to give you some insight on things that I'm doing. One of the things that I'm doing is an awesome project that I started. It's called 365 Days, 365 Thoughts. Now, for the past week since Sunday, I'll be honest, I have not been on it. So I'm actually been working on the entries, but I have not submitted them because I don't have the other half of the entry. So part of what I do is, one, I post, I either create art or I take from art that I've already created. I paint, if little people do know that. So I do paint, I jewelry design, I do set design, and I thought about photography, but I'm just not there yet. And I've been for the last 2 years kind of self-teaching myself through a number of classes and workshops and my own personal research into graphic design. So a number of the creative visual outlets that I do is kind of the first entry, and then I write something. So it could be a poem, a monologue, just a journal entry. And this whole project, and I'll read the description of it that I have on Instagram, a living journaling project. It's called Manifest. It was based on a journal that I actually bought, and I think I have it here. So this actual journal that I actually purchased from Drama Mama Bookshop, and this was an expensive book. It's actually a wood cover, and it has the word Manifest engraved in the front of it, if you can see that. So it has the word Manifest written on the engraved in the front of it, and it's an awesome book. And I actually have had this book in my bag for the last couple months. I purchased it maybe like a month and a half ago from Drama Mama Bookshop, and she's down at the She's down at the festival. I can't remember it. It's gonna come to me. Please let it come to me because I'm too young to be forgetting things. At the farmers market down on Gay Street. Sometimes you slow down and it comes back to you. And that's where I bought the book from. And it was such a book that I didn't want to write in it. I was like, I don't want to mess the pages up. I don't want to do anything. Because once you write in this book, that's it. And then I got to go spend another $20, but which I don't mind. But this was a great investment because it gave me the idea to finish something that I've always wanted to do. And that was a public journal. For me, social media in the beginning, before radio, before I started really promoting myself as an individual artist, I used to use Facebook as an open journal. And I was one of them people that would say things that people would feel was weird. And for me, when I say it, it's normally I'm over it. The moment I can speak on it is the moment where I'm probably past it or I've let it go. So that's why I was able to do it. So Manifest, the 365-day, 365 thought project, I started it about 2 weeks ago now. And I paused on Sunday because I was starting to lose my voice. And I could not talk as much. So I was spending a lot of days quiet because I have other jobs and other work that I do. So I had to maintain my voice. Even for the show, I got to be able to talk. So this project, so the first part is normally a journal entry. And then sometime during that day, it's not a specific time of day. It normally happens when it happens. I have been doing it when I got up in the morning and before I went to bed at night, but it could be any time. So the first part is an entry, and I normally use my artwork, my visual artwork, to be the face of it, and then I write something as a journal entry. And then the second part of it is a vlog entry on Instagram, and it kind of coincides, most of the time it coincides with what I wrote earlier that day. And it's interesting that this is happening this way because I'm very, 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 did I say I'm very private? Extremely private of a person. My thoughts, my opinions often don't get said until you piss me off. And that's normally when you really hear anything that I'm thinking about. I've learned how to be quiet. I've learned how to just hush up and just be in a moment. But this project is to kind of journal my year in terms of thoughts that I've had, that I'm having, and I will have, kind of forcing me to and challenging me to use all the parts of my creativity, both the visual and performance side, to kind of bring together this project. At the end of this, it will be an art show / performance from me, and it will kind of encompass everything that this project has gotten out of me. The first week it was very difficult to be personal without making it sad or making it about something that has went wrong in life. And I don't think any experience is a go wrong moment, but what I think it is an opportunity for me to be transparent. And most of the things that I spoke about the first week were things that happened to me as a child. Now, I don't say any of this to blame anybody, any person. This is my point of view. This is my perspective. And I've gotten a lot of feedback from individuals who think something's wrong. Nothing's wrong. And like I said before, most times when I speak about something, I'm already past it. A lot of these things happened to me as a child, and it took, honestly, a lot of it took maybe like 5 years ago, maybe 5 minutes ago for me to actually be over it. But where I'm at right now, I'm able to express it in a different way. I'm learning when... You said do what?
Bag off the table.
Put the bag... What if I wanted to show my bag? I like my fanny pack. Marnie doesn't like my... Because it's a fanny pack. It's a fanny pack. I'm trying to get out of the habit of... First of all, Marnie's a hater. I'm going to say that out loud. Marnie's a hater. And I like this fanny pack. I have a bad habit. Like I say all the time, I was raised by my great-grandmother. And
dialogue about this fanny pack?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
It's a time for break.
Yes, I am. Let me see what time it is. All right, I have some time. Yeah, I have time. I have 4 more minutes. So the fanny pack, I walk around with it because I have a bad habit of taking everything with me. So I'll end up having a bag, I'll end up having another bag or whatever I purchased that day. And this is my restraint. This is how simple I'm becoming. So for these next year, this is what I'll carry around with me. I don't need anything more than this.
You wear it around your waist?
Yes, I do wear it around my waist, and it actually fits around my waist. Hater. Because it's a fanny pack? Like, what do you have against fanny packs, Monty? Like, I mean, do you want... I can get you a fanny pack. I have plenty of them.
Don't get me no fanny pack.
I can get you a fanny. I will bring you a fanny pack, yeah. That's what Monty's getting for Christmas this year, a fanny pack. Well, you're there. You're there, so this is your time. This is your time. But anyway, so back to this project. I try not to be secretive, but my kind of narrow transparency, or I'll say just my inability to be really private. My ability to be very private has got me into a lot of trouble. Things that I did not have to go through, I went through because I was very private and I didn't say something. I didn't speak out. I didn't say what I really felt. And that's what friends, colleagues, family, and friends alike. I'm learning now when to be quiet and when to speak up. And this project has given me an open door to be able to express how I feel. I've often gone through life and I've dealt with a lot of selfish, narcissistic people who have allowed me to stay in this quiet box and not speak my opinion, because selfish people don't allow you to feel or to think or have an opinion. And nobody forced me to do that. That was comfortable for me. But being around those type of negative individuals, it allowed me to stay in that box. And I had to figure out what to do. And as an artist, my creativity began to work overdrive in the last year and a half. And this actually was an idea. I just didn't know how to do it because I try to do things in a way that it's always perfect, and I think about it and I overplan, and I actually talk myself out of doing things. So for this, I really wanted to do something that includes my creativity but also allows me to tell my truth. And all of these stories are based on experiences that are happening to me. Now, I'm not short of experiences, but what I am is I'm a little hesitant to kind of be honest, because people aren't the best with your honesty. They either use it against you or they abuse it and they take it as a weakness that you've gone through something. And I really am in a space of just not caring and not thinking about how other people feel. And that hurts me at times because I'm not that person in general. But what it is allowing me to do is not give a damn about how other people feel about me. Because that's your personal issue. You got to go to sleep with that at night. You got to go through that at night, not me. And I'm not taking on anybody else's garbage or stress anymore. I'm still helpful and dependable, Nate. I'm still going to be there for people, but I'm not going to take on anybody else's crazy if I don't have to. The first moment you show me who you are, I'm going to believe it. And the second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to erase how you're able to contact me and how you're able to be in my space. And that has happened to me now, and it's very easy for me to do now. Social media wise, I've learned how to block people where there's no opportunity for communication on either side. I had to limit how I communicated with people. It's not always about how they're able to communicate, it's how I'm able to communicate with people. And I've had to go to extremes recently so I can keep that semblance of just sanity. But we're going to go to, I think this is our final break before the end of the show. We'll be right back here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show, only on BigExposedRadio.com. Me and my fanny pack.
It's the weekly roundup. Here's what happened this week on Cheryl Underwood Radio.
And we're back with more Cheryl Underwood Radio.
Thank you, super producer. So, Kyle Irby, you said it was something that we were talking about that you're going to bring back.
Well, you know, there's another engagement that you didn't know about that was coming, Cheryl.
What happened?
It was happening at Taylor Swift's. Taylor Swift's party. You thought I was going to put Vic on blast? You thought
it was you, dog.
Oh, please.
Lord, I will never be getting
No, I think it'd be Vic, though.
Better not.
You think it'd be Vic?
Yeah.
What do you know, Harry Sutherland?
He don't know nothing.
I know something. I'm gonna be like Mike Washington. I'm a hoe.
You went ring shopping with
y'all gonna get enough of keeping these secrets.
What? How horrible would you feel right now, Vic, if you had a secret? You're like, oops, I guess I ain't bringing that up. Wait a few weeks. Taylor Swift had 2 people get engaged at her meet and greet, which is crazy because she didn't know about it. And ironically, you know who else didn't know about it?
Who?
There's a dude that was feeling on her booty. Remember that dude from Colorado?
DJ.
That DJ dude.
What did he say? She ruined his life or something?
She ruined his life. That's such a weak move, Cheryl.
What did we know?
But my question is, the fact that he's still talking about it, does it make you think that he really didn't do it, or is he just doubling down on the lie?
I don't know. What you think, Courtney?
He wants some publicity.
He did it. He's apologizing.
He did.
Well, what he apologizing for? What? Because I guess they went to court and she got $1.
She got $1.
She got $1.
Which led to me, it makes it seem like she just, if she only asked for $1, it seemed like that proves that he really did do it.
It was about the principle.
It was about the principle of it.
Well, I just think right now when this gets brought up again, because where's this guy working? Remember, he was in radio.
Yeah, he got another radio job. He's in Mississippi now.
So you can't get a job after this happens.
Yeah. You just might have to go to Mississippi.
Right.
And then if Taylor Swift is out touring and everything, and she getting the squad back together, Courtney Black. You know, because I think what's the name? Gigi Hadid. They're kicking it. They're hanging out with each other.
What is that?
Well, they had squad goals, and they had all the squad used to be together, friends. You know who ain't in the squad is Kim and Kanye.
Oh yeah, they ain't in the squad. They won't never be in that squad.
Yeah, but you know what? I will tell you this. I love Taylor Swift, but I love the way, because she was a guest on the talk. She came to the talk, but I also like the fact that, you know, a lot of people are like, hey, that ain't how this went. You know, speak up for yourself. It can make sure the truth come out. This dude right here, though, to me, the picture always looks suspect.
It did.
You know, and then to say I'm not ready, I wasn't ready for the picture.
That's the part that makes me say you did something.
That's right.
Why you mentioning the fact that you wasn't ready?
So if you're not ready, you thought so you feeling her butt before the picture was taken is what you're trying to say.
Well, to me, Harry, you say it as the legally. To me, if you ain't ready for the picture, you should look like you ain't ready for the picture.
That's right.
It should be.
Right.
Yeah. Should be the what?
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Are we on? I can't hear.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Welcome back, people. Welcome back. We're here live back on the Artist Exchange Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com. My eyes are starting to come back into focus, and these lights aren't killing me. But again, I was telling a little bit about the Manifest 365 days, 365 thoughts. It really means a lot to me to be able to express myself in this way, not because it lifts any burden off of me, because most of these things are just things that I've seen or gone through or experienced. Most of them have not been traumatic or life-altering, but some of them have. A lot of them have. So over the course of the next year, you'll get a lot of snippets of who I am and what I am. And at the end of this year, this will be compiled into a one-man show, as well as a book and an art show. So it'll be kind of a combination of written, spoken, and performance, and then visual art to kind of tie it all in together. I am really excited about this. Unlike a lot of the projects that I've I've done, it's always been someone else's words, someone else's directions, someone else's foundation. But this is me building my own foundation. It's my perspective, it's my story, and it's being done in such a raw way that I can't help but to express it this way. I love how the arts can allow you to simply tell your story in a way that's both informative and supportive and healing all at the same time. So I want to give some information on the Artist Exchange so you know where to find us. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I respond and I occasionally post, but mainly Instagram and Facebook at the Artist Exchange Radio Show. You can also find us on Facebook on our group at the Artist Exchange. If you're an artist or you are a fan of the arts, this is a group for you. You can post all your art related, I'll say that again, art related projects. A few people have messaged me because I have not posted or allowed certain posts to be done. If whatever you're posting is not arts based, I'm not posting it. It's not any shade or disrespect to you, but it's what I desire for this group to be. I'm not penny pushing or being petty about it, but it's for artists to be able to collectively, and people who love the arts, to just spectate and be able to find information, but mainly for artists to be able to have a space that's open to them being able to. And we've grown to over 4,500 members because we've allowed artists to be their creative self. Now, there are limitations and restrictions that we have on you being yourself, because you can find another group for that, or you can start your own group for that, and many people have done that. I don't want the same post to keep getting circulated. The only thing that is ever promoted in that group that is outside of it is whatever I'm doing, and that's because it's my group and I can do that. But I try to maintain creative license in that group. There are a lot of self-help things that are related to the arts that can help artists that I normally post in the group, and now a lot of other artists are starting to post also. But mainly, we want to hear from the individual artists. What's going on in your world? What are you doing? What do you need? What are you looking for? So on and so forth. But so you can find us there. If you want to be booked on the show, we have tons of openings and slots for the rest of the year. So definitely email me directly at the Artist Exchange Radio Show at gmail.com, or you can call me directly at 443-839-0118. Also, if you're looking for some sponsorship advertisement opportunities for your business to better promote your business, your brand, your services, or your products, or upcoming events even, hit me up again at the Artist Exchange Radio Show at gmail.com. And speaking of advertising and promotion, that's the point of our open house that we'll be hosting on August the 4th, Friday, August the 4th, from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Networking, live broadcast interviews, refreshments, open mics normally start towards the end, all at 200 East Lexington Street, Suite 711. Don't forget to bring plenty of business cards. Again, you can find us on Eventbrite as well as a Facebook event. So look up Be Exposed Open House and it'll come up. We look forward to seeing you there. Definitely come on out. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. This has been the Artist Exchange Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com. Peace out.
It's the weekly roundup. Here's what happened this week on Cheryl Underwood Radio.
And we're back with more Cheryl Underwood Radio.
Thank you, super producer. Hey, we're talking entertainment right now. Coming out of these breaks, we will go into the sports bar where men come to talk and women come to eavesdrop.